All that coddling shit. And in the black community, we raise our girls and we call our boys too much. If a woman,
Lord, hold on. Let me hit that one again. I love hearing black men speaking the truth for once. It's exciting. It's exciting. I'll be honest with y'all. I love it.
all that coddling shit. And in the black community, we raise our girls and we call our boys too much. If a woman's watching this and you got a brother, and let's just say you grew up in a single family home, every 9 times out of 10, the mother was super hard on that girl. She had to go to school. She had to get her shit together. She got her ass cussed out. She got talked to crazy. Her mom, you know what I'm saying? But the boy, come here, baby. Come here. It's going to be all right. You okay? We get coddled. And then they send them to
Boys will be boys.
our mentoring program. You see what I'm saying? And we have to unbraid 13 years of being coddled. And it's like we don't talk about that loud. And then the men sit back. A lot of men sit back and don't say shit because it's like, man, I ain't getting involved in that shit. Because at the moment I say that's wrong, they're going to say I'm misogynistic. They're going to say I don't like women. I don't want that on me. So,
But this is why you need both parents, because on the opposite side of that,
Nope. Nope. The first brother speaking facts. Already you lost me. I'm not saying you got to get rid of that vernacular. You don't need both parents. It would be great to have two healthy, healed parents in the home. That would be awesome. You don't by default, though, need both parents because a man could come in there, a woman could have a plan, right? I've talked about this before about my wife, but my wife has like a plan. She has like an approach. Now, of course, we have like a general like parenting style and idea and approach. We do. We have different personalities, so our approaches are different. But my wife has like an actual plan, right? Like I would definitely say that. Like she has like a real like I have a plan, but her plan is more detailed than mine. I would say, right? And sometimes because I don't spend as much time with my kids as she does, I can come in and interrupt that plan, right? And I've done it before, and we've had discussions about it. And she was like, "Yeah, that's not where I'm trying to go," or whatever the case may be. And since I don't know about other people, but with my wife, since I trust her wholeheartedly with the well-being of my children, I like when she told me what was going on, I was like, "Oh, okay, got you," right? But the way that men will try to act like just because a man is in the home or whatever, it's gonna automatically balance things out is crazy. Because now let's take into account Mr. Polo shirt, man. I like that sweater. It's a nice sweater. Let's think about this. What if that man is abusive to that woman? What if that man is neglectful to that child? Is him being there still a benefit? Probably not. What if that man is a cheater and the child has to constantly hear his father and his mother arguing over, the father's infidelity? Would that maybe throw a monkey wrench in the plans? Absolutely, right? So that's why I don't say stuff like, yeah, that's why we need two parents in the home. I disagree with that. I think we need two, at least, we need two healthy, healed parents. What you really need is a community. You really need a healthy community to raise a healthy child. That ensures almost 1,000%, 99% chance that your child is going to grow up healthy and happy if you have a healthy community and a healthy household, right? But this idea that you need both parents, that was a terrible. He blew the assignment after my man just came in and just like fucking slam dunked this. Like my man came in with the polo and just fucked it up, all completely fucked it up, derailed it.
they're going to say I don't like women. I don't want that on me. So,
but this is why you need both parents, because on the opposite side of that, if it's just men raising women, we're going to be way softer on them. Because they a woman, we're going to be like, man, I don't want to be too hard on you. You know what I'm saying? Compared to if we raising boys, we're going to be on their ass. It's just like how girls is hard on girls. Dudes.
No, I disagree with that. Men do not really instill a lot of discipline in their boys. Men coddle their boys too. I think women actually, society as a whole, I don't think this is a man or woman thing when it comes to boys. I think parents coddle boys, right? I think parents coddle boys. I think what he is confusing is how rude men will be with their boys. We'll be rude, we'll be short, You know what I'm saying? Like definitely, we'll be all of those things. But we won't coddle our boys. We will coddle our boys in so many ways. We won't have the same expectations of them as their mothers have in certain ways. We'll excuse a lot of their problematic behavior because we are problematic and we don't think a lot of their behavior is problematic. Right? Like men will definitely coddle their sons without a doubt. And when it comes to the girls, I don't think necessarily men will go soft on girls. I think men will still instill the discipline that girls need to succeed because men will use their daughters as servants. So their daughters will definitely learn how to come home and take care of their brothers and sisters and clean up and cook and do their homework. Like the men will definitely expect that the girls do good in school. The men ain't gonna be like, oh, she getting B's and D's and whatever. We get it, honey. You're just a girl. Like, no, a father gonna be like, yo, girls supposed to get good grades. Like a lot of the same sexes, the approaches may be different. That's what I'm saying. That's the word I was looking for. I think he's conflating that the approach that a father will have with his daughter will be different than the approach that they'll have with their sons. But either way, they're going to get coddled. The boys are going to get coddled, and the girls are going to get way more discipline instilled into them.
It's naturally hard on dudes. So you need that woman too to raise that woman, but you need that man to raise that little boy.
And too often, when the relationship goes to shit, it's our fault.
It's our fault.
Like, why can't women admit that maybe they be on that bullshit too, right? But if you say that out loud, oh man, they coming for your ass.
Listen to wow. How did we get here, gentlemen? Wow. I'm so shocked at that. I told you I don't like watching the full videos. I usually watch enough to get the idea and then I like to react to it in real time. So I didn't see all of this part. Wow. That was terrible. Jesus Christ.
It's not a coincidence, you know what I'm saying, that you done ran off every nigga you done been with. Like,
no. Look, here's what's crazy. You know what's not a coincidence? Watch this.
All that coddling shit. And in the black community, we raise our girls and we call our boys too much. If a woman's watching this and you got a brother.
You don't think that could be a large reason why women and men are not compatible a lot of times? Because the women are way more self-sufficient and the men aren't. And then the men get with the women and the women have an expectation of the men that like the man is going to be able to be self-sufficient and to do the things that he needs to do without her constantly reminding him, because she's like, well, shit, I was raised like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what to do. So I figure, especially a man's supposed to be a leader, whatever preconceived notions that we have of men. And then they get into relationships with men just to find out that man has been coddled his whole fucking life. Right? Isn't that what you said?
All that coddling shit. And in the black community, we raise our girls and we call our boys too much.
How can he say that, recognize that, and then get to this place?
You need that woman too to raise that woman, but you need that man to raise that little boy.
And too often, when the relationship goes to shit, it's our fault.
It's our fault.
Like, why can't women admit that maybe they be on that bullshit too?
They do. I just got done doing a video with that girl Morgan, and about her story, her getting abused by a random man from Atlanta or whatever, her baby daddy. She, for the first throughout the video, but for the first 2 minutes of the video, she just like, I know I messed up, I'm to blame for this, like that. Like, she's taking all this responsibility the whole time this man was going upside her head. She was she was saying, she was like, look, I know I did this. I took him back. Like, she acknowledged everything that she did that led to this place. But that man hasn't said shit about it. He's up here making videos talking about, well, hey man, y'all can't be attacking men all the time. You know, men get a bad rap. Morgan, on the other hand, is like, no, I fucked up. I put myself in a terrible position for me and my daughter. Yada, yada, yada. Like, please get the fuck out of here talking about, oh, no, why women don't be saying they on their bullshit. What bullshit do men cop to? Men won't even admit when they get caught fucking cheating red-handed. They could be in. Hold on, wait.
Right, but if you say that,
have y'all ever heard Shaggy? It wasn't me. Why do you think that song resonated with so many people? Because niggas will never, men will never, ever, ever say when they fuck up, even when they're caught red-handed. It wasn't me. She got me on the sofa. Wasn't me. Got me banging on the shoulder. Wasn't me. I was screaming. Remember that? Yeah. They made a whole fucking song, a #1 hit out of that shit. And you up here talking about, why don't women ever fess up to when they mess up? They do, actually, all the time.
Out loud, oh man, they coming for your ass.
Coming for your ass.
It's not a coincidence, you know what I'm saying, that you done ran off every nigga you done been with. Like, let's talk.
That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. You're right. You're right. Let's find the commonality. Let's find the commonality. The commonality is men are abusive, not women running them off. The commonality is most men are abusive. When I say that, though, men like y'all look at me like I got a third eye on my fucking forehead. You really think that like all these women with, like, to a woman, right? You just grab a regular woman. How many boyfriends have you had in your life? A 30-year-old woman, let's say, right? How many boyfriends have you had in your life? 3. Okay. What happened? This one cheated, that one cheated, and this one, it just didn't work out. They didn't show up enough. I was doing all the emotional labor, blah, 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 blah. Okay, line up another woman. Same thing, 40-year-old. What happened with you? How many boyfriends? Well, I had a husband and 4 boyfriends, since I was 18 years old. Okay, what happened with them? One SA sexually assaulted me. One physically, was abusing me. One was emotionally abusive, and the other one, and with my husband, he was all of those things. Like, but she ran off all these good men. Like, what the fuck? No, sir. That's why. And this dude talking about he a mentor. Y'all need to really do background checks on your mentors. Y'all really need to. If somebody say they're a mentor, but I'm there with my son all the time. Ain't no man, taking my son without me being there. But if I ever were to do that, a coach, I'm looking at hey, let me follow you on IG. What's your TikTok account? I need to hear what the fuck y'all be saying. I need to see what y'all liking. I need to see who y'all following. I want to see that shit. Like, I'm really clocking that shit. If you know what I'm saying, if I'm leaving my son around some men or a man that I'm not going to be there. Like, what are you telling my son? What are you saying to him? I would never let men like this around my kid. Ever. Ever.